All right, buddy. So what's your name and where you from, man?
My name's Tom Sistrunk. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
ATL.
ATL. Yeah, I stay in the metro area. I'm not like downtown, but I'm, I guess, in the suburbs on the outskirts. I'm off of Georgia 400.
That's what's up, man. I'm trying to think if I had someone from Georgia on here. Yeah, I think the guy that got slapped and cornbread stolen was from Georgia. I can't
Okay.
remember.
Yeah, he had a lot of false information.
Was he from Georgia?
He said one of my brothers slapped him, and then he had to fight quite a few of them or whatnot.
Oh yeah, what was he talking about? I can't remember that little group he said.
It's not a group. I'm affiliated with an organization called Ghostface Gangsta'S. It is a
Ghostface Gangsters. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I never heard it until he said it.
It's fairly new, but I mean, it's gotten out of hand. I'll say.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly. Yeah, pretty quickly. Pretty much to keep me out of trouble and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put all that out there for the whole world to see, but it was formed to to stop the oppression of whites in prison. I don't know, like let's say your parents care about you and you go to the store. You don't want to go for that 60 piece. Well, if you want to keep all that and you're white, it might be a little difficult all by yourself. I'll say that. So. Or if you're trying to make money in there or whatever, different people got different reasons for joining. I don't know. I just feel like, with the way I was raised in my childhood or the absence thereof, I don't know. I guess it felt good to be a part of something,
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. And that's how a lot of people are, man.
But, a lot of people are like, oh, you joined the gang for protection or whatnot. I will say this, Ghostface, as soon as you join, you paint a target on your forehead. You got a big red target on your back. So
yeah,
they start.
Who do you think? Are you able to say who you think would try to get at you first out there in Georgia, man?
Who would get at me?
Yeah, another organization. Who do you think? Huh?
Besides the police?
Yeah, like organization-wise, do you have like a main rival out there in the system?
Nah.
Just anyone and everyone.
We're about business. No, It's not really about rivalries. We're just about money.
Okay. Well, see, I heard a lot about Georgia, and it sounds a lot like Virginia. It's sad to say,
the politics are,
white dudes do get taken advantage of in a majority of prisons, man.
Oh, you're getting tried off, yeah.
But it's just because the numbers are dramatically different. So I mean, what do you expect? If you got a group of individuals here that have way more numbers, of course they're gonna, it's prison. They're gonna take advantage.
It's been going on since the beginning of time, dude. I mean,
it ain't just prison,
but
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just social economics,
There you go, man. And people think of it completely opposite, but you think just like me. It's been happening since the time of day. Power in numbers. That's how armies conquer countries and cities and stuff like that. So it is what it is. Okay, so you are in Georgia. What facilities were you in, man?
Oh, man, I did my bid completely backwards, man. Usually, people start out close security and work their way up, to maybe a program or, release or whatever. I started out, we got 2 diagnostics, which I guess is the same as reception or whatever. The first prison you go to get classified or whatnot.
Well, what was your first county?
Douglas County. Douglas County Jail is the one that sent me to prison. Yeah.
Okay.
And, I took a 10-3, ran into concurrent with my already existing charge that I had, a pre-existing ag assault. So I don't know if you looked me up, but I sent you my GDC number or whatnot. But
yeah, I saw that.
It's all up there for public information. Looks kind of.
You came correct, my friend. That's how it goes,
quite
man.
A few on there. I wasn't half stepping out there, but I mean, I lived that. I nothing like that anymore. I'm not that person at all.
That's what's up, man. Well, before we get into prison, how long have you been out?
3 years. 3 years.
Excellent, man.
Party maybe or stupid, but the time's like a blur. Like I'm out talking to my old friends. I'm like, hey man, you remember 2 years ago when? They're like, Tom, dude, that was 6 years ago. And I'm like, oh man. I guess, that time did go by,
That's just like me, my friend. I can't remember a lot of stuff, and if I do, it's kind of a blur, Well, look, before we get into prison, what was the county again?
Douglas County.
Douglas County,
Georgia.
man. Was that where you started running with these dudes, or was it
No, I didn't know anything about. Oh, I knew about them because of, how close I am to Atlanta, but no, I had no affiliation or ties or whatsoever.
Any kind of crazy situations that may have came your way or you seen in the county?
In the county? Oh,
yeah.
Douglas County, yeah, it's hitting, it's fighting. I mean, I've made it quite a name for myself in the street. So before I got there, so by the time that I did go, the first time I got locked up, I think it was like simple battery. I could not do misdemeanor probation. I was an idiot. I would not stop smoking weed and piss test after piss test. And it just got to the point where they're like, all right, turn yourself in on Friday. We'll let you out the following Friday. It's like, damn, I pissed hard again. So I called my foster mom. She's like, what do you think? You on vacation? Like, man, this shit's crazy. So I go get, layer up. You could take like 3 underwears, 3 shorts, 3 white shirts. I'd have all that on, my 3 books. Like, it seemed like every other Friday I was turning myself in for the weekend, not the weekend, but for the week, the next following week, because of misdemeanor probation violation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever have, you said dudes getting taken advantage of, canteen and stuff taken? Did anyone ever try testing you like that?
The first floor in the old jail, I've had to fight in jail, of course. I think relatively most people do. There's very few types.
First fight I got in was over a damn brownie. You know what I mean? So
all your fights in jail are going to be over canteen or something illegal, contraband. Tobacco, cell phones. If you stay away from any of those situations, or gambling will get your head cracked.
They got poker in there, man.
Man, dude, come on, man. Good God. Kick 2, roll 1. What?
Oh, whoa. So you were a poker player, huh?
Man, am I?
Oh, man, what was in that? What was a couple games you played? Let me see if I heard them.
Badookie, Kick 2, roll 1. Yeah, man, this cat, we got this new Ninja Kitty, man.
Oh, damn, that's like TK. TK be rocking with the, I don't know if you saw the TK episode, dude from Florida. Twisted Kid.
Yeah, he's got the little black cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got her to keep my dog company. He's got separation anxiety, and when we would come home, he would have a seizure, man. He would get over
freaked out, huh?
And lock up. And dude, I don't really cry, but this little dog, will make me cry if I can't help him. And dude, to watch him just go through that is pretty hard. So I tried leaving the TV on real loud when we leave. I had the camera on him, watching him to see how he does. And dude, he will sit right by the door when we leave to go to work, and he will just howl, like crying the whole time, 5-6 hours. It ain't like he'll do it till he gets tired and nap.
Yeah,
no, he does it the whole time.
It makes it hard for you to travel and stuff, man.
Yeah, dude. We got him this cat, dude, and she keeps his ass busy, boy.
That's good.
No more howling, no more seizures. But, man, she is a handful when she's not dealing with him.
That's what's up, man. All right, so you left county jail. How much time did you end up doing when you went to the penitentiary?
Well, see, my case was because of who my case happened against, the so-called victim of this case, if you will, was the son of a real high public official in my county, like the highest, if you will. And he was into some dark shenanigans. And from what he did to me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't rot like that, so you got to pay for that. So I taxed his ass. We'll say that. Yeah, I taxed him, and then he played it dirty. He played it raw. He told Mama on me, and she got them boys on my ass, and I had to go sit down for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yes, but they pretty much gave me a stupid gravy deal to keep it out of the public eye, if you will. So
yeah, I know exactly what you mean, man. I've seen a few of those.
Yeah, I caught real good. Only because I even tried. I said no. They said 10 do 3 right now. And I was like, no, 10 do 2. I slid the paper back over there. I'm like, no, 10 do 3. I was like, all right, come here. What's up, boy?
I've tried that before, boy. I'm like, all right, damn it, man. I had to try, man. I had to try.
I had to. Man, see, you think like 3 years and all that, because man, when you're in county and you ain't never been to prison, before you go to prison, it's a real intimidating factor. Like,
hell yeah,
you want to if I was to go to jail now, I'd probably get sick of hearing the young bucks asking everybody. You know, as soon as they see me, I'm tatted up for real.
They would ask you ASAP.
You know, what's prison like? What's prison like? You know, and,
I know all these prison channels now, man. People coming
there's a
equipped.
lot, bro. There's a lot.
They're coming equipped and ready to go, my friend.
Nah, they're not equipped. I say you, and I really like that 1090J guy that you put on.
No, I'm talking about the dudes that watch the channels. They're like, in a way better position if they didn't. You know what I mean?
They are. I mean, y'all giving away some good gems. Yeah. If they're smart enough to pick it up, they damn sure could use it.
Damn right. Yeah, I rock with 1092, man. He's a good dude, man.
He is
hopefully I get to meet him one day. But so what was the first prison you went to? 'Cause
I went to Coastal. That was my diagnostics prison, but it's also a permanent camp. Yeah, Coastal, in Savannah, Georgia. So that was where I got classified. Actually, I was entered into this IRP program, which is like a boot camp. They told me I was qualified for a 90-day boot camp, and I'd be going home in 90 days. Now, if you look at the list of my charges, I was like, there's no way. All this shit I was doing like yesterday, no way. I'm going to be home in 90 days. You know, I started practicing my marching on the little van on the way there. Yeah, but it didn't work out that way. As soon as I got to IRP, they did an interview with me, went over my charges, and they're like, yeah, no, you got some violent charges, you know, with the, victims. So, nah, get out of here. So then I got what they call washed out. I know I keep air quoting the hell out of you. Sorry about that. But they washed me out of the program and put me in what they call the flat top, which would be the main compound. So I became a permanent, the flat top.
That's a name of it or a nickname?
Oh, I don't know, because all the cops call it that too. So I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's like just a really hardcore nickname.
Damn, so you don't know you didn't see like the sign or anything of the prison?
It's Coastal. No,
it's still called Coastal. Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
It's all Coastal. I should have specified. The boot camp, the IRP, was a separate program, but it's still part of the prison. Like, you eat chow at the prison. It's on the grounds of the prison, but it's like behind its own set of fences within the fences.
Okay,
so like,
I get it now.
Imagine a big yard, but then like this whole nother building in the middle of a big yard with a fence around it. Yeah,
so
I got
you did all your time in Coastal?
No. So Coastal is like medium. So that would be like not close security. So we got, I think, 3 grades of security, maybe 4, but hardly no one is the first one, which is like the super trustee status, I guess. Which really don't have many of those. I guess the people at the fire department, like we have a fire department program in the prison system to where guys can get certified to be a firefighter or whatever. And they pretty much roam free. You know, or not free, but, you know, I mean, they're under watched eye, but, you know, they got a lot more privileges than any other kind of inmate, as far as I'm told.
They can't be doing, like, real firefighter stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they become a legit real firefighter. Or are they like those guys in California that are inmates, but they're firefighters out there fighting the fires, you know what I mean? But they're not, like, real firefighters.
I mean, they don't live out in the free world. No, they live at the prison. They sleep at prison every night, and they wait for a call, I guess, and they go fight the fire.
Oh, so they're firefighters in prison.
Yeah. Not a fire in prison, but, I mean, they go put out fires in the free world. So, like, if you call 911, your house is on fire, and you're in one of those, like, country-ass towns in Georgia where the prisons are.
You get a damn crew of convicts. Holy shit, he's going to put out the fire and then grab the PlayStation.
Yeah.
No, I'm
claim it on your insurance.
That's crazy, man. That's cool. It's cool as hell.
They offer a few programs that are pretty cool. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take advantage of any of those because of my institutional conduct. But
violent charges pretty much ban you from all that extracurricular stuff, man, for the most part.
Yeah, and you can do 90% of your time with a violent charge in the state of Georgia. So.
Any rough ride, any rough situations or incidents in Coastal?
In Coastal, I got shipped because of a rough situation, actually. So, like, that's where I was, like, introduced to the Ghostface or whatnot. And, I mean, every prison, just any lockdown situation, I guess, to a sense, is gangland. I've never been in any situation, even as a juvenile, that wasn't just riddled with gangs.
Yeah.
You know, so that's really like where like hardcore that I was exposed to gangbanging and whatever, prison gang, should I say, because it's a lot different on the streets. But
yeah. Did you watch the 60 Days In when they were in Georgia?
The what?
The show 60 Days In. Have you ever seen that show?
No.
It shows volunteers going to the jail and they have to try to survive 60 days and give information to the staff.
I'm sure they're protected. I'm sure that's a whole like thick ordeal.
Dudes were getting robbed and beat up and everything on live national television, man. No bullshit. You gotta look up 60 Days In. Look up when you're done.
Right now, Death, that me and you were drinking coffee in the morning, and this other guy, we're like, hey, bro, this guy right here is part of a TV show. I know somebody that would just go beat him just to get on TV. You know what I mean?
But nobody knew that they were in there. They were undercover. You know what I mean?
And it seems like a hard thing to keep under wraps because, like, I've seen people, if they walk out of the dorm too many times talking to an attorney visit, they're getting labeled a snitch, bro, and we're handling that as soon as you get back. You know what I'm saying?
And the camera crew. See, that's how they were trying to trick them. They were getting the camera crew to interview people that weren't even part of the show just to make it seem as though it was like a documentary.
Slick. Okay.
But go look up when you're done, man. It's called Pod Boss. Atlanta,
Pod
Georgia.
Boss.
Yeah, and it shows the guys in the jail. He's stealing everybody's stuff, man. Just taking it from them.
The guy that's undercover is?
No. He took magazines from the guy that's undercover and just took my cell, walked out, and then went to another guy's cell, took all his canteen, walked out. It's crazy. Oh, man. You know? Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Rented the magazine back to him. Yeah, you can rent it.
With all the best pictures cut out.
Man, yeah, I've seen some stuff like that in prison for sure, man. I didn't realize, like, fortunately, I was around a couple of old heads that I played poker with that really put me on game about, like, the mind games and just, like, how, like, I don't know how to explain it, and I don't know if, like, you can really get a grasp of it until you're in that situation, but some of these cats that got life, man, the things that they have done to other people just with their mind and their mouthpiece, bro, is crazy, dude.
Man, they be talking people out in them damn draws.
Bro. Booty Bandit is real.
Yeah.
The Booty Bandit is real, man. Yeah. And it's sad as hell, man. When you see somebody getting taken advantage of, and me being affiliated, even if I saw that guy, I don't really like label. I'm not a racist person. You know what I mean? I am part of a white organization or whatnot. Well, I felt back from that since I've been in the streets, and they've been really respectful of that and allowed me to live my life. Now that I guess I've gone clean, or I don't do any dirty work. If it's illegal, I ain't got nothing to do with it. My old lady, her dad is law enforcement, so there's none of that going on whatsoever.
Yeah.
None of that.
Well, people grow up, man, and the majority of people gangbang when they grow up. Man. It goes out the window, man.
I had to grow up, man, because the road that I was living was certain death, bro, and I've seen enough of that and tragedy and just within my childhood. So. Yeah. And it's just me left. Like I messaged you, like I don't have any living relatives whatsoever. I never had a grandma or grandpa, cousins, aunts, uncles. Never met my dad, and my mom killed herself when I was 21. So there's nobody I can depend on but me at the end of the day. And I have a solid girlfriend. We've been together since a week since I got out of prison, and I don't know where I'd be right now without her. No, we actually dated before I went to prison and before I had all these tattoos and stuff. And I was a car salesman, a used car salesman at the time. Mouthpiece 100. Mouthpiece. And I'll sell Ice Cube to Eskimo.
Oh, you were?
Oh, yes.
Ain't no way I'm buying a car from you, man.
Oh, I promise you. A lot of people bought cars from me, man.
No, I'm just playing, man. But yeah. That's what's up, man. Used car, only. Man.
But yeah, she keeps me walking a tight line, man. But like my probation, man, I pay $635 a month, and that's real. That's real what? For medical restitution. Medical restitution. I have to pay the doctor's bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my original charge back in 2010, the ag assault, that came in effect when I was at, you know that one best friend you got when you're little that, you spend the night at his house, he stays at your house.
Yeah.
Then when you get your license, he's always in your car. When you see death, you see saint. It's just like that. So, like, that best friend, he was throwing a birthday party or whatnot, and he went straight to work out of high school. The rest of us went to college. So the rest of us are broke. He's got money in the bank because he's been working before we graduated. He bought himself, I don't know if you remember those Harley Davidson F-150s.
Oh, yeah.
You
With the little emblem on the side of them, yeah.
Yeah. So he's got one all tricked out. He bought himself for his birthday. It's like a little pat on the back. Well, he, about 2 a.m, we threw him a birthday party, and it was a great party. Big bonfire. He says, I'm going to take the girls out in the truck. I was like, no, give me the keys. Do not leave the neighborhood. I'll watch the fort. Do not leave the neighborhood, bro. So I could hear him, like, doing burnouts in the neighborhood, and they came back, and, I thought everything was cool. Everybody's rooting and cheering. Well, I didn't know this till I got, most people probably don't know what this is, a discovery pack. But if you decide you're going to take these folks to trial, you can fill out a motion for discovery.
Motion of discovery, yeah. It tells you everything that was said, statements.
Oh, yeah, it tells you everybody snitching on you. It tells you everybody and everything what they told the cop. It looks like a screenplay.
Nobody ever really asks for it either. They don't even know about this shit.
Off top. I want that off top. Come on. Yeah. I got to see what you got in the holster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, court, when you go to court and, like, you really go on a trial, it's like a chess game. There's different motions you can file. I've seen a lot of cats that had life and would never see the streets again, get in that law library and come back and get that time back on these folks, and I tip my hat to those people that absolutely would not lay down, that didn't give up on themselves.
Yeah,
so
sorry about that.
That's admirable,
Yeah, it's crazy, man. There's a lot of loopholes in the law, and some people that don't deserve it get away with it, but you know what? They work for it, or their attorney did. It is what it is. It's a game, man. That's a game.
That law library it's such a joke to even go to the law library because you got to pay, like, for copies of paper and stuff like that. And it's not what you think it is, at least my experience of it. It's not like a library. You can walk in and just look through all kinds of stuff. A lot of times is you got to, like, write the woman in jail that runs it and tell her what you want, case law of such through whatever. And, they're just real slow about getting it to you. It's just a real long process, man. Like, you really don't know what people go through fighting for their life.
Yeah.
But I said all that to say, I know I got off subject, but so I didn't find this out until I got my discovery packet. But when I got my discovery packet, I found out that actually when they went on a ride throughout the neighborhood, there was another party going on in the back of the neighborhood. Well, apparently where he did decide to spin the tires, there was words exchanged. So when the words were exchanged and he came back, these guys went hunting for that truck in the neighborhood, and they found it and they knocked on the door. And when I guess he answered the door, and I just heard my name being yelled. So I ran upstairs and I just reacted to the situation. I look out, I see my best friend getting pummeled by people I've never seen before in this front yard. And I reacted, went out. There's 3 individuals and more coming. So I guess that whole party was coming. And I started getting my tail whooped. So I ran to my truck, grabbed a golf club, which is not what was that's not what they indicted me on. They indicted me on a fire poker. I never hit him with a fire poker. And this case has already been handled, so I could speak on it. I popped him with a golf club. And, I hit him with a golf club. I hit him with a Big Bertha, Callaway #1. It's a driver.
Yeah.
It's a really expensive driver, actually. But I hit him with that, and, like, after I hit him, I just remember he fell, and you could hear the golf club in the distance bouncing down the street in the cul-de-sac. Ding, ding, ding. I looked up, and I was like, oh, my God, all I got is a metal stick now because there's no head of the club. It bounced off. It broke off when I hit him.
Where'd you hit him at? The head?
Oh, yeah. Took his whole cap off.